Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Myrie. I'm one of the sales managers affiliated with Heritage, formerly in the pharmaceutical industry for perhaps too long. The purpose of this presentation is just to share with you how parents can be a bit more financially prepared to fund the ravages of post-secondary education. And it's through participating in a US dollar-based educational savings plan. So I'd like to thank Cari-Med and Apotex for this opportunity just to go through very quickly. The background is like this. The federal government in Canada offers a tax-sheltered education plan for their residents. It's called an RESP. And Heritage is one of the companies that decided to take this concept outside the boundaries of Canada. So over 40 years ago, we jumped into Bermuda, then Bahamas, came to Jamaica in '95. So we're actually celebrating 22 years currently. Just to give you an idea of some of our key partners, and I'll go through very quickly. So Heritage is really an entity which provides the ability for parents to save for their children's college education. And I use the word parent as a collective noun, meaning one doesn't have to be a biological parent. So it can be a grandaunt, or if you're a young auntie, you're called what? An auntlet, right? Or if you're a young uncle, you're called what? Good, you're with me. I don't know about young grandparents, how that will qualify. But essentially, anybody can participate in this savings plan. So we have our financial group, depositors, foundation, auditors, portfolio advisors, legal counsel, and so on. So when we started, we actually had to find some partners to help facilitate persons to save with this plan. So back in 2000, we started with VMBS. Now we have widened the net to accommodate all commercial banks. So anyone who is interested in saving with this plan, the funds can be taken automatically from a J-Dollar savings or checking account. Or for those who use online banking, it can be done through those two institutions, Scotia as well as JN Live. How does a plan work? Let's say you have a little child, Shaquana. You call her Kwana for short, right? So Kwana is 2. So you're going to be saving until Kwana is ready for college, which is another 16 years, because the plan matures in the child's 18th year. To be specific, July the 31st. So when the plan matures, you get back your principal less some admin fees. That is paid in the subscriber's name. And when I say subscriber, I mean anybody who signs on that contract. So you get back your principal. Let's say you save $10, the fees are $1, you get back $9. Cool? I know your math is good on a Sunday. Or is it? All right, so you get back the $9. You use that to help pay for the first year of college expense. Now, what you get back is not dependent on the tuition cost of the institution, or if Kwana gets additional financial resources. So you get back that for the first year. Once Kwana now registers for the second, third, and fourth academic years, an educational assistant payment is provided by the institution. Provided by Heritage, and it is made payable in Kwana's name. What makes up this fund is really a pool that primarily has the interest portion. So you get back your principal for the first year, less the fees. So the actuary guys do their financial gymnastics and said, okay, how much money do we have in this pool? How many students are now eligible? How long you have been saving? So all of that is put into the pool. And then the funds are then distributed for the next 3 years, payable in Kwana's name. What if, having saved all these years, though, Kwana says, you know what? I want to demolish Shelley and Fraser Price's record. I want to become an athlete, a superstar, or I want to become an entrepreneur. Or between her ears, maybe a big vacuum, and she just really not going on to college. What happens? You can still get back your principal less the fees, but you get back your interest. So it's a win-win situation, because the whole purpose is to help the child to be prepared for college education. So quickly, what are some of the advantages? Well, it's a low-risk investment. The funds are invested primarily in government securities in the US and a few corporate bonds in Canada. I think I touched on the other one. What if the child doesn't go? You can transfer the benefits from Kwana to any other child. It doesn't have to be your child, providing certain criteria are met. It's flexible in that you can increase or reduce your savings, or you can change the mode of saving. You can save monthly or annually. Even if you emigrate to another country, you can still continue this plan because it's really an international plan. And Heritage recognizes all institutions beyond high school once it's accredited in the country in which the child is studying. So it could be an online course, or it could be a community college. In Jamaica, for instance, the next level above high school would be Hart or a community college. So anywhere in between that is valid. The Jamaican experience, over 15,000 children have benefited. And we have given back close to 37 million US dollars in principal and scholarships. Now, nothing beats a personal testimony. True? So that's my son. And I realized that babies grow out of cuteness as they get older. Yeah, you all just need to look in the mirror and you know what I'm talking about, right? So he went to Vaz Prep. My wife said we're not going to send him to Red Hills Road, so we'll send him to Hero Circle. Yeah, my condolences. And he graduated last year because he got his father's look and his mother's brains. He did fairly well. This is the principal check that we actually got back in 2012, and that's not monopoly money. I was saving just a little over 100 US, so it does work. Case number 2, her name should have been Onyx, you know, the short for unexpected, but we call her Stephanie. So Stephanie went to St. Andrew, make sure I say it right. I know I saw Dr. Ashley here, so I'll make sure I say it right, you know, St. Andrew. And her plan matured again last year and received the benefits, again saving just a little over $100. So this is just to show that Heritage does work. And we try to encourage parents to start early. And in wrapping up, I just want to share quickly how it really works. You're saving in blocks or units. The minimum is 2 units. I use this example for 10 units. So if somebody has a baby, for instance, born this year, you'd be saving $60 a month. The guaranteed principal at maturity, $10,420. That's a guaranteed figure. The projected scholarship, as I said, is interest rate driven. So it may be a little bit more or a little less. But if you have a 13-year-old, somebody who shaves every morning before he goes to school, then you only have 5 years to work with. So your principal will be much higher. But the projected scholarship, in order to be fair and equitable, will be the same at maturity. So that is essentially what Heritage is about. It's a forced, structured, low-risk, time-bound educational savings plan. And I like to end with this quote from Mandela, which is so true, even though Donald Trump may tend to disagree. But education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world. Now, I have some information at the back. We're sitting beside the presenter, Mr. Livermore. So if anybody who would like some additional information, we can let it be available. We have a sheet to capture some basic information. We don't need blood type and retinal scan, but just basic information to do some follow-up. Thank you for your 7.5 minutes.